If you're having difficulty paying your mortgage and are in danger of losing your home to foreclosure, you might look to the future and ask, where will my family live? How will we ever bounce back from this? Joining me now is attorney Peter Ressler from Groob Ressler Mulqueem to talk about the steps to take if you are facing foreclosure. Welcome back to the show, attorney.
Hi, Teresa. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. So it seems like foreclosures are happening again and very often.
Yeah, it's very surprising and very disturbing. The recent Sunday Register featured an entire page of foreclosures. Now that's just unusual to see an entire page of foreclosures. It's my experience that the banks have had some difficulties with the government. They apparently have worked them out. You see these record fines being paid. Now the banks are refocusing on taking their property back where there's delinquencies. And we're seeing huge numbers. I see people every day faced with foreclosure.
So that's the increase probably,
yes.
Right? Let me ask you this. Explain to our viewers what a modification is.
Well, many people have difficulty facing the fact that their property is worth less than the amount that they owe, and that some of their interest rates are higher than what they see as market rate. So they go to the banks and they ask the banks if they could be modified as to the terms of their mortgage. And it's a lengthy process, a very frustrating one. My clients report that they're asked to submit the same documentation over and over again, and at the end of the day that you see a very small percentage of success. I spoke with the mediation clerk at one of the courts, and she agreed that my assessment of 7–8% is about the success rate that we see.
Does that put the foreclosure on hold if you go through that process?
Well, if you're served with foreclosure papers and you select the option of mediation, which you should, it will put the foreclosure on hold while the mediation is pending. Once the mediation is terminated, the banks are free to go ahead and prosecute their foreclosure.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is there any way to stop a foreclosure? You already got the paperwork. Is bankruptcy an option, or?
Well, sure. If the mediation fails, which I recommend to people, and it's something that they can even do themselves, but if it fails, they should immediately seek help. Whether it's me or anybody else, they really need the advice because there are options to stop the foreclosure. We utilize Chapter 13, which is a form of bankruptcy, which actually will stay the foreclosure and give the people an opportunity to reinstate their mortgage through a court-approved plan of reorganization.
So if you did want to do that, what would be the first steps? Find an attorney.
Well, the first thing, if I was served with foreclosure papers, I would immediately seek advice. Now, we offer an absolutely free initial interview, so there's just no downside to getting advice. I often recommend to people to request a mediation. It has to be done within 15 days of the return date of the foreclosure action. That process can take months, and that will actually stay the foreclosure. Once that, as I mentioned before, terminates, then the banks are free to proceed with the foreclosure, and I then would recommend seeing a lawyer immediately so that they don't lose their property and they take advantage of other alternatives. While you're in Chapter 13, people say, well, can you modify? And the answer is you could pursue a modification. We've seen some successes even in the Chapter 13 process of having the modifications approved.
So that is an option then.
It is an option, and it's one that should be considered. But the most important thing, and I can't stress this with any greater emphasis, is that you can't ignore these foreclosure papers. This is your property, this is your home, this is your family. You must take things immediately.
It's your responsibility. Take care of it, right?
It is, but many times people put them, in a way that they feel if they're out of sight, they're out of mind, and that just isn't the case. That's not the case of the banks.
Very good, attorney. Thank you for being here. And of course, if you'd like some more information about Groob Ressler Mulqueem, they are located at 123 York Street in New Haven. You can call the number on your screen there. It's 203-777-5741.